standing here in Frank Lloyd Wright's bedroom, and this was his bedroom for about 25 years. And one of his longtime apprentices, Wes Peters, once said that this bedroom has more square inches of architecture in it than any other room on this entire estate. Mr. Wright lived here from 1911 through a fire in 1914 that totally destroyed this section of the house, through a fire in 1925 that again completely destroyed this part of the house, and then he rebuilt, and this was his bedroom until 1936. And then this became the guest bedroom for everybody. So potential clients and friends would come out here. Solomon Guggenheim, Alexander Walcott, the writer, Ayn Rand visited when she was commissioning a building from Frank Lloyd Wright. There's also Carl Sandburg, the poet, was a friend of Wright's and used to come out here as well. Some of the features that are in the room, there's a loft, and we get a lot of questions about the loft. Why is it here? What is its function? We think it's in part to give you compression when you walk into the space. Frank Lloyd Wright liked to play with different ceiling heights, so you have a compression bringing you in and then an opening up of what we call expansion. So the loft might be in part to kind of squeeze you into the space. But it was also used for practical purposes, for storage of some of his Japanese screen collection. They could fit very nicely up there. And it was used as a play space, because Taliesin, in addition to being a home and a studio, was a place where Frank Lloyd Wright brought up his young daughter, Giovanna. And she used to play up on the loft there. And Mr. Wright said that if she wanted to, she could climb up the walls to get up there, because the stones of his house pop out a little bit and they make very good handholds and footholds. So the loft is something that causes a lot of curiosity. The fireplace is something that's a real dynamic part of this room, with the wonderful windows that pop up, bringing in indirect light when you come in. He also has a statue in the fireplace. This is a statue that he had rescued from the ruins of Taliesin after it burned to the ground in 1925. Wright said he wanted to weave a tapestry of all of his Taliesins into one. And so he took out both the old statues and put them back in places in the walls of his house, and he also took some of the stones of Taliesin. Taliesin is made out of limestone, and it turns red when it's exposed to fire. And so at Taliesin, wherever you see a rose or pink-colored stone, you know that that is something that went through one of the fires. In addition to the history of the room, this is still used as a guest bedroom today. Very often people who are friends of the Taliesin Fellowship, they can be invited out here, and one of Frank Lloyd Wright's grandsons stays here several weeks of every summer.